Hello, we are Middle-Aged Adventure Walks, and this is Romcommys. I'm Liesl.
I'm Jeffrey, and we're at the Mega Escultura in Chetumal, Quintana Roo, Mexico. We shot a video here previously, but today we're here to talk about a rom-com
that we just watched last night, and we had such a good time with it that we were like, we want to give this a rom-commy and do a rom-commy for you.
Because on Thursdays we do our talkings where we talk and we walk, and most of the time, like the video that we shot here, we do not talk. So twice a week we do not talk. But we figured, you know what, it's time for rom-commies. We did the top Christmas movies, Christmas rom-coms before Christmas.
Yep.
And now we're here in the new year, and it turned out that this was a New Year's movie. I don't even know if we planned it.
No.
That way. And it's January 3rd today. 4th? 3rd? Something like that.
3rd.
And that means it's a new year. So
it is the new year.
It was kind of perfect to watch a New Year's movie.
And also what happened with it is the place that we were staying, we discovered had, not that I want to give it a thing, but had the Prime, which I just want to mention the Happy Penis, which maybe a lot of you have seen, that little meme with the cute little kid and the mom's trying to say happiness, and the kid says happy penis. And now when we see the, is it Mazon? Is it Prime?
Yeah,
Prime
don't
symbol?
Actually say it.
Sorry.
They don't need a plug from us.
Yeah, no, they really don't. But now that's all we can see is a really skinny bent happy penis.
I mean, certain persons too. Let's show the water down there. By the way.
I am showing it. There it is. Yeah. So welcome.
This is a manatee sanctuary. That's something I've learned since we last did the talking here. And all we have is the mangroves, and then we're going to take you along the seawall. We're going to take you in that direction.
We are.
And then in the other direction back there, that's towards Chetumal proper.
Yeah.
And we're looking just a second ago, that was kind of where we walked from, where we are staying. And then over here is the lighthouse. And then just off the point there is Belize. We've officially confirmed by doing hands-on walking research that point out there is Belize. So that's how close we are to Belize. Is you think that might just be part of Mexico? It is Belize sticking out there.
Yep, that point. There
so
it is.
Look at how nice it is here.
It's lovely.
And then out there, there's a Bob Marley sculpture.
Yes.
Because this is the birthplace or the gateway of reggaeton. And actually, that's a funny segue. I hadn't planned to do that, but part of why we ended up watching this movie, About Fate, is the movie we're doing. About Fate.
Yeah.
Is 2022 movie is because we started looking at different things, and we thought about a movie that I think it's called Before We Go with Chris Evans and Alice Eve. And Lisa was talking about she doesn't like movies where people can't keep their genitalia in their pants, I guess is the polite way to put it.
So it was because of that Nicole Kidman, what is it, Baby, called Baby or something like that?
Yeah, she doesn't want to watch Baby Girl.
I just like when people are like, oh my God, I'm just so horny and I'm just like so overcome that I'm going to just destroy everything around me because I just have to get it on so badly. I'm like, you know what, it's called jacking off, have a good time, go figure it out. It bothers me. So I don't want to watch that movie. I have no interest in watching that.
And so that's why then with Before We Go, we were thinking about watching it. The only reason we're focused on those is because we don't normally have the account that Lisa was talking about.
Yes.
Yeah, corporate being
Happy penis.
So we're like, oh, we may as well take advantage of this while we can.
Yeah.
And again, after we do walks, we like watching rom-commies and stuff.
We do.
The kid's gonna fall down.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that's
kind of a big hole there.
That is a really big hole for the kids to fall through.
And so Before We Go, we were like, okay, but then I kind of did a bit of reading and realized that she has a husband.
Yeah.
And then it does seem they were shot of them in bathrobes. This is in the trailer, not a spoiler. Shot them in bathrobes and stuff at a hotel.
And so maybe they are destined to be together, and maybe that's a thing, and maybe she's not happy in her husband relationship. But I was just like, I'm just not down right now.
And so the reason I associate this with Bob Marley is definitely worship, but one of us, I could put myself in there. We're not the biggest fans of said artist.
Oh my gosh!
And he had
think of all the people who are like, turn it off.
Right?
Turn it just right away. We just
offended everybody.
We just offended like so many people.
I mean, you're not the biggest fan. We're not saying that we never listen to music. And
I can't help it. Everybody plays it.
We had some good times listening to some music by one of his sons. And so he has a lot of children, and he had some young wives. He can do the research.
Yeah, he did.
And so it's interesting that's why I made the segue, which I thought you'd appreciate, is Bob Marley couldn't really keep it in the pants.
No.
That well.
No, apparently not.
But
I know.
So that's why we ended up with About Fate, and it was actually on the list of Christmas rom-coms that people talk about, and we didn't have access to it because we didn't have the the nickname for
Happy Penis?
so we couldn't watch it. So, but I don't think it would have gone on the list. We had the top 7.
Yeah,
I don't think
know
it would have
if
been one of the
well,
top 7.
also it wasn't Christmas, it was New Year's Eve, so that was different.
Excellent point. I mean, there are
Yes.
Christmas trees and things.
Yeah, but it's New Year's Eve.
So it would probably go in the
It's
top
past
7 of
Christmas.
New Year's movies then.
Well, and it's getting a rom-commy today.
Right, and so that's what we do in
So-
the Romcommys is we take one that we like and we give out a Romcommy. We've only done about 4 or 5 now, and the only ones we've really done that we were like, oh yeah, we're, I guess, top 7 rom-coms. We liked all those, but really we've done The Princess Bride, check it out. We've done Some Kind of Wonderful, check it out. Princess Bride was kind of mine. Very sad thing that happened since we did Princess Bride.
Yes.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
You know who.
Yeah.
And Some Kind of Wonderful was kind of more Liesel's.
Which,
and then,
such a good movie. So good.
And then the top 7
So
rom-coms we did on request.
Yeah.
And so this is an interesting one because this is the first full one we're doing in Mexico, and it's the one for me. I don't know if we hadn't watched it when we watched it. I don't know if we would have given it, like, there are other rom-coms that I like more than this one, for instance.
For sure.
And I'm sure you feel the same way too.
Yeah, I think it was just timing. That we've only watched it once. Very often with our rom-commies, we've seen them a few times.
Yeah.
So that's kind of interesting, but it was just like, you know what? We just liked it. It was like, boom, we liked it. Oh, I just want to let people know too that many spoilers ahead. So
Oh,
if
yeah.
you're listening to this and you have not seen the movie, go watch it. Go check it out and then come on back.
And it's a
you can check this
2022
out.
movie, so
Yeah.
it's been out for a while.
Yeah,
So if you haven't watched it by now, that's on you.
yeah.
And unless you don't have the corporate behemoth.
Yeah, right.
And you know, like, I think as much as anything, the title About Fate
Yes.
really says a lot about why we did it, because well, all you want from a rom-com is for a rom-com to make you feel a certain way.
Yeah.
And you want it to make you feel in love, you want it to validate your own love.
Yeah.
You want to feel like you want to kiss
yeah.
the person hopefully you're watching it with.
Yeah.
And that was accomplished. Liesl and I wrote a book, and the purpose of the novel was ultimately to make people believe in love and be inspired by love, but also arouse people a bit.
Yeah.
And we have heard reviews that we have accomplished that objective.
Yeah, it's a good one-handed read.
And so a rom-com wants to do the exact same thing, which
Yes.
is make you want to kiss and, you know, go further if such things happen to you.
Yes.
If you're in a couple in a relationship.
And laugh and have a good time.
Yeah, maybe like it might have gotten a little misty, we'll see. But mainly that idea of the fate and the fact that there were a lot of factors that brought us to here and now,
Yeah,
and
that's
fate.
true.
And the fact then that we got an extra day for a variety of reasons. We got a free night on our place that we're staying at. Shout out to Danielle and Mario.
Yeah.
And that allowed us to actually watch it. So if all these sequence of events that led us getting the free night,
Yes.
we wouldn't even have watched the movie.
That's right. So
And
there's a
we wouldn't
lot
be
of
standing
fate
here
there.
right now.
Yeah.
So this is a fateful event
Yeah.
that was based on fate.
Yeah.
And I may as well get into it now. It's based on a Russian movie.
What?
It's a remake of a Russian movie from
No.
the 70s. I did a little research.
Oh my
just a little.
gosh.
I
I love how you do research. I'm just like, no, done. That was it. Oh my gosh.
And
okay.
the Russian title translates, as far as I know, to Cosmic Irony,
Ooh, Cosmic Irony.
which I thought was pretty neat.
That's a good title.
And I'll get into it a little bit with the Russian aspect of things, but that's what I loved about this movie is it did make us want to kiss.
It did.
And it made us think about the fate of our own relationship.
It did.
And there were a lot of coincidences in this movie, and we'll get into it in a bit, but like the idea that they both have the same house, for instance, essentially,
Right.
ended up at the same address. And there's all these coincidences that occur in the movie.
Yeah.
And a lot of cynical people who probably won't even be listening to the rom-commies because they don't believe in true love and rom-coms and
That's
romantic
right.
comedies and all
Yeah.
that. There's this element where you have to believe in love, and we have some coincidences in our life
We do.
that we haven't been here, by the way, right? This
is all
for
new.
us.
This is all new for
Yeah,
us.
this is
Yeah.
uncharted territory.
Uncharted.
Because there was a little trail going in there. Not that I want to go in there,
No,
but
nobody wants
this is
to.
very interesting. And so
Yeah.
this is really cool. The seawall, by the way, there's restaurants and bars behind us that you can see in our last video.
Yeah.
That's coming out in February. This is like a jump ahead preview.
Yeah.
But there's some really nice nature and there's really nice mangroves. And even though apparently you can't really swim in the water on the side over here
Yeah.
because it's maybe polluted, kids swim over here and
Also
the
because
manatees
it's really
swim out here.
shallow.
And it's very shallow.
Yeah.
Which is why it's good for kids
Yeah.
and the ducks and things.
Yeah.
And so we have some things, for instance, shout out to our mothers, but both of our mothers' names are Catherine.
That's right.
And we fell in love before we knew that.
Yes.
And both Catherine's father's names are David,
Yes. And my brother's middle name is David.
as is mine.
Yeah.
And then we gave that middle name to our son.
Yes.
And we have one brother each. Both of their names start with a K.
Yep.
And there was just, that's just the beginning of the coincidences that happened with us. We both went to UVic.
Yes.
We didn't see each other at UVic.
No, and we had similar friends.
People.
Yeah.
At UVic.
At UVic.
We overlapped for 6 months.
We did.
And we both went to Langara, Vancouver Community College.
We did.
Didn't see each other then, but
No.
I saw downstairs the theater program that Liesl was in, where they
Yeah.
were always making weird noises and doing things.
a lot
and
of weird
It
noises.
was always like, what's going on down in the basement?
Like a lot of weird stuff.
And it turned out Liesl was, part of that program.
Yeah.
So, and again, that's just the beginning of it. We met at a party.
We did meet
That was
at a
fate.
party.
Both of
Yeah.
us almost didn't go to the party.
Yeah, and we were both there for the same person, which we didn't know at the time. And then we went to leave the party because both of our rides were leaving. And when we got to our ride that was leaving, it was the same ride.
Shout out to our best man.
Yeah.
And at that point, we didn't take, this is pre-internet, pre-all that, pre-cell phones.
Yeah.
We didn't take each other's names. We had no
No,
idea. So if
no.
we hadn't both had the same friend and had that ride, who knows if we ever would have seen each other again.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't be standing here talking to you now.
Yeah, and not to mention that the house that I lived in, shout out to the Rad Pad. We love shout outs. So many shout outs, but
Yeah.
shout out to the Rad Pad.
And all those we know who live there and
Yeah.
partied there.
Hi, everybody in Vancouver.
West 49th and Fraser.
You came to parties there.
90s.
A
Yeah.
few times you came to parties.
Yeah.
And I was just already asleep because I used to party early. So even though it seemed odd that I would be asleep by 11 p.m., I started partying by 10 a.m.
Yeah,
so.
and I would always hear about this roommate, this other third roommate, this mythical third roommate, and I'd be like, who is
Yep.
this person?
Yep.
Then I had her name, and I was like, why do I never see her?
Yes.
And then, yeah, it turned out that she was already, she'd already done. She'd been partying for
Yeah,
hours.
exactly. Because then I still got a good sleep, and then I felt good the next day. It's a great plan, partying sustainably. And then you left your bike at that
After one party,
house.
yeah.
And it was there for
Because
so
I didn't want to
long.
ride drunk. I was being responsible.
Yeah, you were being responsible. And I swore at that bike a lot. I was like, whose effing bike is this? Why is this bike still here? Is this person coming to get this bike? And little did I know it was your bike.
I think I just heard a hummingbird too, and that's part of our whole thing
Oh.
here is sipping the sweet nectar
Sip
of
the
life.
sweet nectar.
think-
And we're going to
I
go
think
see,
this
is this
is
the
the-
Virgin over here?
Yeah, El Vergin.
El Vergin? It must be La Vergin.
It is. I don't know why I keep saying El Vergin, but it is. It's El Vergin.
You're just like keeping it
Good
gender
correction,
neutral.
Liesl. Look
Yeah.
at how on it you are today, by the way. You haven't
I'm
said
not.
anything about anything.
I know, but it's just
You're on it.
lies. No, it's just lies because really I have no brains, so I'm just pretending that I do. And I know that I never seem to have brains, but that's just reality. So
Well, because we've been going hard shooting videos for you.
yeah, we have
Doing
been
long
and
walks.
long walks. Like we did an accidental 1700 the other day. We were just going out for a little stroll, and
Which is classic.
whew, that stroll ended up being really long. So that happens.
So
So,
apparently you used to be able to walk around here, but the elements have taken it down.
yeah, the elements have taken it
Here's
down.
La Vergin. And
She's
she
pretty cool.
is the Virgin of Guadalupe. Some people also say Mary. And I think this one's even named after Mary. But
Okay.
we like the whole Guadalupe thing because that means she is Mexican.
Yes.
And you can look it up, but it's December 12th. They celebrate it here, and she is the most venerated saint of
Yeah.
Mexico.
Yeah. So yeah, we had a lot of fate with our love story, and so this movie was kind of fun because it was all about that fate.
And it made
we
us think
also
about our
like-
own story.
Totally. We also like synchromysticism, and we like to think of ourselves as synchromystics. Synchromysticists.
I like it.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Whatever that word is.
it was that word.
Yeah, sure. Totally.
And then we've talked about clouds before, but it's incredible. The clouds in Chetumal, every time we go to shoot, just seem to come right towards the sun.
Yeah, they do.
Even if there's blue sky
Doesn't
in
matter.
any direction, and it's always a different direction.
Yeah, they're like, oh, are you shooting? Yes, well, we will be clouds.
So if we get clouds, hey, we tried our
Yeah,
best.
we did. We tried our best.
And we got to see La Vergin. So
Yes, that was cool. We're enjoying this. New stuff. Uncharted territory.
Uncharted territory.
Yeah. Okay. So you wanted to talk about too is one of the other reasons that we are doing this rom-commy and giving this rom-commy is because there was a certain other rom-com
Ah,
that we checked out.
yes, the night before.
Yes.
And this was almost an antidote and made us feel like we wanted to talk about it in the sense to
Yes.
counter
Yes.
everything that was wrong with this other movie.
Yes.
Anywhere But You. If you like that movie, so be it.
Is it anywhere or anyone?
Anyone But You. I always
Anyone
call
But
it that.
You. Okay.
See, it's my brain.
Yeah, and I don't even know what it's called.
That's what it's called. You nailed it.
There
So
you
look,
go.
Look at how
Well,
on it you
yeah,
are
but if
today.
you hadn't said that, I wouldn't
So
have been
on
like,
it.
I would have been
Laverheen.
like that movie.
Anyone But You, that movie. Well, we got you close.
Yeah, that movie that was like.
And then you're the finisher.
Ooh,
And for us, the reason that this one countered that one was because it was everything you want from a rom-com, and it was a feel-good thing, and it was actually quite wholesome.
Yes.
And there's a beautiful moment, which I won't give away because it's probably maybe one of our favorite parts, but they give it away in the trailer.
Yeah.
But there's an old couple who are out on a carriage ride, and they talk about their story, and it was just such a good feel-good movie that way. And even though there was like, I guess, some mildly raunchy elements, like
Not really though.
nothing really at all.
No.
And we really appreciated that because this one, 2022, About Fate, was made in the heart of the pandemic. Whereas Anyone But You came out right after the pandemic, and it was kind of the first
Okay.
post-pandemic. Are rom-coms gonna work?
Well, and apparently
at the
people
theaters?
went, right?
Well, it did well at the
Apparently
box
they liked
office,
it.
and Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell were both up-and-comers, and it got a lot of hype, and they really, they did the fake romance thing on the press tour, and they did a lot of photos of them in their bathing suits.
Sorry. I'm fine. If you like the movie, you're totally allowed to like the movie.
It's just our opinion.
It's just our opinion.
Because when we walk
have
and
an
don't talk,
opinion,
we
yeah.
don't have any opinions, we
No,
don't say anything.
but rom-commies are kind of about opinions,
all
so
about it.
it's just my opinion.
These are
It was
opinions.
like really crass. It was really crude. It was really like, oh my god, talk about happy penis, surprise.
Well, we both really
jump scare penis there
we
that
really
happened.
didn't like it.
No, did
And
not
one of our
like
first
it.
questions in our categories is, do we like the leads?
No.
And we just didn't, right off the
No,
bat.
right off the bat.
And it wasn't
No.
funny when it was trying to be funny.
No.
It was crude and rude and
No,
lewd.
the people were so wealthy and had no gratitude. They're just like, what are? There was like nothing but delicious spreads laid out all the time, and they're like, no, we can't eat any of this food. We have to go hiking. Like, I don't even know.
The food looked delicious.
I looked great.
And then again, who was cooking that food?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
we didn't see any staff, and I'm
No.
sure they weren't spending time cooking.
No.
They all
I
were
don't
just
know.
like partying and holidaying.
Yeah.
And again, if you like it, that's on you. That's fine for you. But
great.
for us, there was just some really gratuitous, gross scenes that
Yeah.
involved like sweaty butts on hikes and fingers
Yeah,
and
like
things. and-
how the finger doesn't just slip on into a hole on the backside. Like that takes some work.
And
And then we're supposed to be like, no, just no.
And then we
Gross.
felt so strongly about it that we even thought about doing an anti-rom-com.
Yeah, and then we were like, that's not what we do. So we're just talking about it a little bit right now because we
Yeah,
don't
because
want to
we
go
didn't want
on
to
and
spend
on.
45
No.
minutes to an hour being negative.
Just like ripping something.
but we don't mind dropping five minutes.
Yeah,
or so,
because we were
but-
like, then do we need to create a category of Razzie rom-commies where it's like these are, this is a
And so,
terrible rom-commie,
if
this
that's
is
the
why,
future,
but no.
If that's the future of rom-commies, then we're not there for that.
No, we are not there for that.
And that's why we really, when we watched About Fate, we didn't really know much about it. And again, it wouldn't be on my top rom-coms.
No.
But it gave us everything we wanted to,
It
and
really
it was
did,
such a
and-
breath of fresh air.
Yes, and worth watching.
And worth watching because
Yeah.
it was delightful, and
It
we
was
did get that
delightful.
feeling. Whereas
Yeah.
Anyone But You, we basically were like disgusted by Hollywood.
Yes.
We wondered about people's tastes in general.
Depravity, is
Yeah,
that the
sure.
word?
And it made us think
Just
about
like,
like,
God.
does Hollywood need our help? Like,
Yeah.
how do they make these things? And
I think Hollywood has too much money. They have, I don't know, they have sex problems. They just have like a lot of things going on. And so to tell an actual human story seems to be kind of beyond their grasp these days. And it's too bad. It's
yeah, kind of
disappointing.
post-pandemic. We've watched enough movies now, post-pandemic movies, where it's like, did something happen then, and people lost the ability to make
Tell
movies?
stories.
Yeah,
Just tell
and understand
stories.
what human behavior is like, and what
Yeah.
people actually act like, and
Yeah. And also that everything doesn't have to be so heart-wrenching and serious and just everything all the time. We're okay with it just being nice and simple, and we can rehash. Look at how many times I made Cinderella. We can rehash similar stories and watch things over and over again and just have things like it's fine. It doesn't have to be all, but also it doesn't have to be so at the same time.
and then on the terms of rehashing, it's interesting enough. We could probably pick it up a little bit our pace, right?
Oh, okay.
Just
sure.
a titch.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's such a beautiful, chill, calm walkway.
It is a choke.
The Russian people who
Oh yes, the Russians.
were involved in the movie, the first one in the 70s,
Yeah.
which is a classic, by the way. It's a cherished, beloved New Year's Day
Oh, really?
Russian classic.
Oh, that's so lovely. I
And
love that.
they weren't impressed by the idea that the Americans were going to remake it.
Because they were like,
Came back.
what the heck are you going to do?
Yeah,
How are you
and-
going to ruin this?
Yeah, and you're going to
Because-
do the Anyone But You treatment,
Right? Oh.
which, wouldn't be great. And again, we could probably hash out that movie more, but we could probably
Yeah.
move on.
No, we can move on.
But you know,
Yeah.
if you also didn't like that movie, then we're similar to that. And again, Hollywood.
Yeah.
Like, hit us up. Like,
Give
Liesel's
us
an
a call.
award-winning filmmaker.
Yeah,
like, we've done
you
a lot
need
of
some
showbiz
help,
stuff.
right?
Yeah, like it just feels like you
We'd
can't
love
write
to-
any more
right?
real people.
We'd love to help you out.
Because we know reality, we still live in a real world.
Right?
Where we understand human behavior.
Oh my gosh.
So, you know,
Exactly.
talk to us. And same thing, by the way, Romcommys, that was my Christmas wish, that somebody signs us up and, you know, we do this and it becomes a big hit because I watched the Rewatchables, which this is kind of loosely based on a little bit, talking about remaking and rehashing. And his top 50 Limit Simmons there was terrible.
Terrible.
And he had movies like Top Gun Maverick on
Like
there.
what?
Which is,
And then he still hasn't seen Some Kind of Wonderful? What are you doing?
well, we don't know that.
Well, it's not on his list, and it should because it's a great movie. If
And,
Top
you know,
Gun Maverick is getting it and Some Kind of Wonderful isn't, like, what?
Yeah, and I agreed with him about some of his movies, but at least, like, I don't know, 80% of the movies and I don't mind him. I listen to him and I find him interesting in like a dude jock way. But I also completely disagree with him most of the time, which is part of the fun. It's like an old event salon, so I love events.
Yeah, something. Look at that.
Yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah, it is pretty.
Be a good place to have a wedding,
Ooh, okay.
like in a rom-com.
Like in a rom-com wedding, totally.
And most of his stuff was just like we should be doing the list, and our list would be so much better. And he had his two buddies on, and they do the talking about the movies, and they said great so many times, like, oh, this movie's great, this movie's great. And normally those guys are pretty literate and pretty on it about the cinema, and they actually know a lot of things. But I couldn't believe every time, oh, it's a great movie. Oh, they're great. That's great. It's great. It's great. It's great. It's great.
Yeah.
At a certain point, it was like, come on, man. Like,
Is Top Gun Maverick great? Ooh.
and anybody who's seen it, it's laughable.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, jingoistic propaganda, some
Yeah.
would say.
Yeah, some would say. All right.
Especially given today what's happening in the political world. I said I'd do a big intro here, Liesl.
I know,
I
no,
said that.
I know. I'm groaning over what's happening today in the political world.
Yeah. And so in terms of remakes, you know, you can see why the Russians wouldn't like it, because it's on YouTube, the original movie.
Oh, okay.
And it's an hour and a half in 2 parts on YouTube. So it's actually a 3-hour movie.
What?
And the stuff that concede in this movie where they end up, he gets drunk, our lead guy in both movies, and he drinks too much vodka, which is why, by the way, in About Fate, that's why that's the whole Russian bathhouse thing with the too much vodka.
Right.
That's coming from the
It's a
original
little
movie.
homage, a little shout out. Okay.
And they end up in the same place. That first Russian movie, that takes like, I don't know, it seemed like an hour and 15 minutes just to get to that point.
Oh,
where he's in her apartment and stuff. Yeah. So, but it's a movie. It's like a classic old film
Right.
movie. We've talked a bit about the look of new movies sometimes, where they don't look the same anymore because of the technology. And
Ooh, that house
this
is fancy
this one's like a
over there.
classic masterpiece movie for the Russians. It has really great music and everything. And
Okay.
so there you go, great music. It had really dynamic music and
Yeah.
very evocative music. And this one, part of the reason we watched it, because it was 100 minutes About Fate.
Yes.
And it was just like, that's great. That's a
That's
great
great.
length for Liesl.
Great.
Everybody seemed to keep their things in their pants.
That's great.
Didn't seem like anybody was breaking marriages or sleeping with somebody they shouldn't sleep with.
Yeah.
And they just couldn't handle it at all.
Right.
And yet, that's the thing. If you're 2 single people, like our love story, why not? If you just have to kiss and you can't even help it,
Yeah.
and you have to dive in, then you know,
Sure.
plunge away.
Yeah. Plunge away.
I think this is the beach, by the way. I think we've hit it already.
Oh, wow,
Which is
okay.
great. So we could go down there into the park a bit, maybe.
Okay, sure, yeah.
Maybe when it's a little less tricky terrain.
Yeah, a little less tricky train.
So that's the background of the movie. It was directed by a Russian guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Ah.
And now my middle-aged brain is blanking on his name. Talk
That's
about brains.
Yeah.
Marcius Vargas, I think it's something like that.
Okay.
And then it stars Thomas Mann
Yeah.
and Emma Roberts.
Yep.
And Emma Roberts obviously is Julia Roberts' niece.
Yep.
She probably hates that that's what people talk about right away.
Well.
And Eric Roberts' daughter.
Yep.
But she's been in a lot of things in her own right, and
Yeah.
people might call her Nepo Baby, but she's been great in things like Little Italy.
Yeah.
She's in Space Cadet, which we haven't seen, which is on the Happy Penis, which we could see if we
Yeah,
wanted to.
yeah.
But we don't like going to space, so.
Not necessarily.
And then, you know, she was in We're the Millers, which is one of our
Yes.
other rom-commies we did.
Yeah, we did.
And most part, she's delightful.
Yes.
And then Thomas Mann was really interesting because just like in the Russian movie, he's not the most handsome guy. Do you want to go down here or
Just up here I will,
just
yeah.
up here? A little too tricky.
Yeah.
And he's a neat lead that way. He wears glasses. He's a bit of a nerd. He's a lawyer.
Yeah.
But he's a public defender lawyer, so he's technically a good lawyer.
Yes, that's right.
He's a positive fellow.
That's right.
And he's trying to do good for society. And I kind of enjoyed that. That he wasn't your classic Glen Powell-esque, who we don't even find that attractive.
No, sorry, Glenn. Oh, gosh.
And yeah, the fact he wants to be Tom Cruise, it's like, I know we just dissed Tom Cruise's Top Gun Maverick. But Tom Cruise, you can see why he's a massive movie star.
Yeah.
And to think that Glen Powell's like, oh yeah, I want to be Tom Cruise. It's like, dude, how about people choose if you're going to be Tom Cruise?
Yeah.
You can't just be like, hey, I'm Tom Cruise now.
Yeah, I don't know
you're not.
about that. Sorry.
And maybe he's a
Sorry,
Val
Glenn.
Kilmer type more, R.I.P. Val Kilmer.
Oh.
And then he worked well as kind of that role. But
Yeah. Ooh, that's
so
a lot
Thomas
of
Mann, it was nice to get this guy who isn't your classic lead that way.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then, yeah, pretty well it's the two of them for the most part. And we'll talk about the supporting cast in a bit. But
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting that there was a Russian guy who wrote it with an American woman
Oh, okay.
and decided to remake it. He was like, I am going to try to do this. And
Yeah.
even if the Russian origin people were very mad and the original director is a Russian legend,
Ooh.
they went for it. They did
Yeah,
it.
they did it.
They had to go.
They did.
And so for me,
Got a rock and stock.
it wasn't like a classic movie that way. And it did have a bit of like not a B movie, but like more of an A-, B+ movie. It didn't fully feel like they had all the budget in the world.
Yeah, but I think that we're also watching it on those new TVs where everything just looks so weird.
Yeah, it looks a bit soap opera.
Oh my gosh.
But it was touching and it was beautiful and it really worked for us and it gave us the feeling we wanted to.
Yeah,
That's all you're asking for.
that is what you're asking for.
All right, so when did we watch this? Last night?
Last night. We just watched it last night.
Which is what we like to do, and then we don't talk about it.
No, we don't.
So we purposely, that's part of the reason we want to shoot this, is just see what the other person's reaction is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can see why kids would swim here.
I guess.
Liesel's not as an adamant swimmer as I am. And maybe back in the day, I probably would go in here, but
Oh, really?
my older self, yeah, probably.
Oh, wow.
But I would risk it. I'd be like, let's just do it.
Yeah,
Maybe off
this
that
is
point
like-
down there, actually, which we might get to.
Sandbaggy type
Yeah, and this is a
things.
thing because of erosion that they often do in Mexico,
Yeah.
especially in the Quintana Roo coast here.
Yeah.
We still got a bit of sun, though. These clouds are pretty interspersed. So.
Yeah, they are interspersed. And then should we hit that, what is
Yeah,
that,
probably hit that
stage
thing.
at some point? Okay.
So career arcs, we talked a little about that, but Thomas Mann was in Project X, which if you've seen that in 2012, he was like the classic teen rom-com, or not rom-com, teen party movie.
2012.
2012,
So he
thank
was
you.
young.
Thank you with the brains.
Oh, is that, no, that's what you said.
Oh, I did, yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, 2012, yeah. And they're
Okay.
basically like teens and they want to get laid. It's that classic thing.
Right.
But it's pretty awesome in the sense that they trash the house, and not just the house, the block. They goes crazy,
Whoa.
that party. So it's kind of
Whoa.
legendary. And I think they even did a rewatchable about it,
Oh, really?
where it was considered to be one of the best. I'm just getting directed here.
I want to do 360.
There's hand directions. My hand is being moved in
I want
different
to do
directions.
360, show you the park.
She can just talk to me also,
I know I
because we're talking
can.
here.
I
so
don't know,
She could just be
man.
like, "Hey Jeff, just back up a bit, because
Yeah,
I want
that's real.
I want to do a little
could.
pan here."
Instead I'm like, snackadoodle.
But that's romance. That's love.
Yeah, yeah.
And he was pretty funny in that movie. And then he's just gotten a lot of work, but he hasn't really been a lead up until this one. So again,
Okay.
that was what was kind of neat. And then, yeah, we talked about Emma Roberts's, where she even did like singing and pop singing at some point.
Whoa.
And
What was that Italy one? We liked that one.
yeah, Little Italy
Little
with
Italy.
Hayden
That
Christensen.
was a great little, that was great. That
And
could almost
actually,
get a
funnily enough, we brought
rom-commy.
up Little Italy in Bacalar. Shout out to our friends in Bacalar, where we got pizza, and they actually had two side-by-side pizza places in Bacalar,
That's
just like they
right.
do in Little Italy, which
They
is supposed to be New
did.
York, and it's actually
Yes.
Toronto. Did you like the two leads, Liesl?
I did. I really liked the two leads. I thought Emma was delightful, and what's his name? Thomas?
Thomas Mann.
He was great.
Their characters' name were Griffin
Because
and Margot.
sometimes
Shout out
those,
to Margot the dog.
sometimes those rom-commy leading men can be smarmy.
Yeah, we have a smarmy alert.
We do have a
And
smarmy
if we're watching
alert.
the preview and he comes off as
Ooh,
smarmy at all,
super
especially in
smarm.
a lot of those Christmas
Oh
rom-coms
man, a lot of smarm.
where they have the weird hair and stuff.
Yeah, no, can't do it. Then I'm just like right away, I'm like, I'm not into it because they're just super smarm. Where he was not super smarm, he was delightful.
Glenn Powell in Anyone But You, his character is smarmy.
Smarm. Smarm, smarm.
Super smart.
Super smarm. Yep. So yes, how about you? Did you
Oh,
like the
and I
two
was going to
leads?
say earlier about Fate, by the way, that 2 years ago, we were in a Plaza of Americas mall, of which there's numerous ones in various cities in Quintana Roo, and we were going to watch Anyone But You, or we thought about it
Oh
at
yeah,
least.
about actually going to it in the theater.
And actually, yeah, like, and we haven't done that, watched the movie in Mexico yet.
No.
Thought about it, and we were glad when we were watching it because we finally got around to watching it. We've had numerous times where we've been like, oh, it'd be fun to watch that movie that we tried to watch. And again, it was a pivotal rom-com at the time for apparently bringing back rom-coms, and which, in our opinion, it didn't the slightest. It was actually the wrong direction for rom-coms. And
Yeah.
we were at a Plaza Americas yesterday.
Yes.
With the exact same cinema and the exact same brand name stores, and they're basically copycat malls. There's one in Chetumal where we are, there's one in Playa del Carmen, there's one in Cancun. It's pretty funny.
It is pretty funny.
And then to be like at income inequality, and then all of a sudden you're in this massively rich thing is quite a shock.
Yeah.
And part of the reason I bring that up is because that was what the Russians were adamant about why it wasn't going to work, the American remake, is because they didn't understand the economic hardships that the Soviets were going through back in the day.
Oh, interesting.
And he ends up in a different city, Leningrad and Moscow,
Yeah.
and so there's a flight involved. You guys get down.
Yeah, no, that guy's got moves. He's just ripping it.
And it's so much the same in the Soviet Union that their apartments, even though they're in different cities, are exactly the same. And the keys, like in this one, they hide it under a pot. And that's why they get mixed up. But in this one, like the keys actually just worked in any lock for the most part because everything was so standard. So they felt like that. But I like what they did in the American remake. Was
Yeah, I did too.
They made it such suburb.
Yes.
And it was kind of like any apartment building in any rich kind of suburb. Like, well, that's the thing. They're not that rich.
No.
We'll get into that.
Yeah.
And it was kind of neat that way, that like you could see how their apartment design was very similar, and you could see why it was somewhat plausible that he would get drunk on too much Russian vodka and end up in her place.
Yes.
So we really liked the two leads, and their chemistry was good.
Yeah, I thought their chemistry was great.
And it didn't seem like they were faking anything.
No.
And it was the classic where both of them have other partners, and then once they start hooking up our two leads, they have to deal with the exes.
Yes.
And that whole thing. And the whole time you were like, yeah, I could see why these two are together as opposed to with their soon-to-be exes.
Absolutely.
So they did a great job of that.
They did, yeah.
And they both were like kind, nice people.
Yes. Whereas in Anyone But You,
Yeah.
anywhere, anyone but you, not so much. I don't know if they were kind, nice people.
No, and they didn't really seem to appreciate their parents. And
Whereas at one
appreciate
point,
their families.
even during that movie, someone says to Emma and Robert, like, you're a good person, you're a kind person. And she said, thank you, I'm trying to be.
Right.
You know? Which was
And
cool.
then that scene in the carriage with the old couple, that was so neat because they responded, the four of them, and they could tell that they were all actually good, nice people.
Yes, that's real.
And you really felt that any age, it didn't matter who and what they were.
That's right. That's right. And then he left his credit card to pay for their dinner because they had been so kind to them. And she was just like, Emma Roberts was like, oh my God, you're the nicest person I've ever met, really.
Yeah. Yeah, and he kept just being kind and having these different things. And he ends up doing her a favor. It's the classic one that way, where like some of our rom-coms that we did, where it's like, hey, can you pretend to be my boyfriend, which is very common at the wedding because my boyfriend dumped me and so you need to be this guy. And he does. He goes for it.
Yeah, he does.
And he's very kind in doing so.
Yeah, which we can talk more about.
So we really like them. What's that?
We can talk more about that too.
And would you want to hang out with them? I would. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's a huge thing.
Totally.
Whereas again, Anyone But You, I wouldn't want to hang out with either of those people.
No, I'd want to hang out at the house that they were at
and eat the food.
but I don't want to
Australia.
hang out with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are we, by the way, in not right now, in the movie about Fate?
Where are we?
Yeah, is it New York?
Oh,
Is it Boston? Is it?
I don't know. There was definitely some fake snow.
Oh man, there was like talcum powder.
Yeah, I don't even know what was going
And
on there.
it's a generic place, which is part of the point. But
Yeah.
we really like it's some American city on the eastern seaboard
I
somewhere,
guess
if I
so.
had to guess.
Yeah, something like that.
Best part, Liesl. I'm going to go first. 'Cause you
Already?
al-
Best part?
Yeah.
That's where we're already at?
Because you often say that you have to answer the question, so I'm
Okay.
going to jump in.
All right, great.
Oh, you got a bug on you right there. Oh, there's a butterfly. Oh, there's a butterfly.
Okay.
Oh, and the ground's really sticky right
I know,
now.
it must be from this tree.
Must be from this tree.
Yeah.
The best part for me was the carriage ride
Oh.
with the old couple who were talking about their how do we meet story,
Yeah.
their meet cute, and the
Aw.
coincidence is then a Sue from that, and it ends up being a pink coat. You're almost wearing pink right now.
Yeah.
You like pink a lot.
I do.
And I really just resonated with that. And I feel like you and I have been in situations like that, and it felt like you and I. And you could see that the two leads in that moment, once they heard the true love story, they kind of, turned to each other once they both had the same reaction, because the old guy was like, they don't want to hear our story. Like,
right.
And they were both like, no, we do. Like,
yeah, and they felt so genuine when they
Yeah.
were saying that.
Yeah.
That was lovely.
That's my best part, Liesl.
That's a great part.
Yes.
Mine kind of like encompasses two things.
Okay.
Because one of the things that has been happening in rom-coms much more is that the kiss is way earlier.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
we made a big deal about that that's supposed to be
Yeah.
traditionally at the end.
Yeah, but
and
that
the whole
is-
thing is building to that, and then
yeah,
the movie ends.
but that is not the case
It keeps
anymore. with
getting
rom-coms.
broken, that rule.
But that's okay. I like breaking rules, so I think that's really good.
Rules
but,
are made to be broken. But that is.
I think my favorite part was their first kiss. When she was doing it to be performative.
Yeah.
In the apartment.
Yeah.
And it starts off awkward, kind of like, oh my gosh, they're hilarious, and are they kissing, and what's happening? And then you can tell that they're like, oh no, this is actually great. I've never felt this before. And they just want to keep kissing, and I just thought that was lovely.
Well, and let's go to the two categories now. Is a good kiss. We cover that right there. Boom. It was a good kiss.
It was a good kiss.
And I thought it was too.
And also how look at that termite nest. Holy jeez. How it just changed, how they changed. Like you could see in that moment, they went from, awkward, we're just sort of doing this and oh my God, what's happening, to like, wait a minute. No, like this is, there are sparks. This is different.
That's the
than what
first
I
night
felt.
they had met, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And you and I mean, we can relate to that without getting into too many details, but like, we had kind of known each other, met at the party.
Yeah.
Then the next weekend we had a Salt Spring Island vacation with the same friends.
It's a little bit of like
but no
when
kisses.
you know, you know.
Yes.
Like, and they had that moment where it was like, oh, this feels different. This is different. I've not experienced this. I'm supposed to be with somebody else, and yet when I kiss them, it does not feel like this.
And so that happened to us then on the third weekend, basically after Liesl went on a jaunt, where I mentioned before, but I wasn't sure if she was going to come back from her hitchhiking trip up the island.
Yeah.
She invited me over to the party, and then we had our first kiss, and that was that.
Well, we had a peck before then.
It was a peck.
Yeah.
A peck is not a kiss.
It's true.
And
we knew.
we knew. Things happened.
Yeah.
There was plunging. And we had a whole rom-com scene on Salt Spring Island in a beautiful location at the campground overlooking the ocean.
But we'll save that.
Yeah, because
We'll
that one's
save
a great one.
It
And so
is.
that could have been our first kiss.
It could have been.
But for a variety of reasons, just like most rom-coms, there's supposed to be obstacles getting in the way of you
Yes.
actually kissing.
That's right.
It took us a while to get there.
Yeah, it did.
But once we got there, we got there.
Yeah, we did.
Iconic beats.
Iconic beats. Well, definitely the carriage ride was iconic.
I like the fight at the
At the wedding.
wedding mainly. Like
Yes.
that was very cliche, where the two guys fight over the girl.
Yes.
So yeah, cliche.
But yes, I agree.
But what I loved is that the cake survived.
The cake survived.
The cake always gets toast.
I
anyone but
know.
you, they destroy the cake.
I know. Don't destroy
And it's all
the
'cause of the
cake,
dumb dog.
Right? Oh my gosh.
We like good dogs. We like good dog owners. It's always my. But that dog,
Yeah.
the dog's always messing things up. It's always
Yeah.
eating the turkey. It's always messing up the
I
cake.
know. I know. It is, and then we're supposed to be like, oh, funny, or I don't even know, something about it, which is not how we feel.
And then I brought that up last time about the dogs, and then one of our biggest fans commented that they really like dogs. and
Yeah,
things.
so, you know.
Again, we like good dogs.
We do.
We like good dog
We
owners.
do. We have, and in fact, one of our favorite dogs, Margot.
Yeah.
Shout out to Margot.
Yeah.
We love Margot.
shout out to Margot.
And the lead character, Emma Roberts' character's name in this movie is Margot.
Yeah, Margot and Griffin.
Yeah.
And then that's one of the things, I guess that's an iconic beat is when she shows him the tattoo,
That's definitely an iconic beat.
because her tattoo is a griffin, and she's known that the whole time from the moment she finds out his name is Griffin.
Yeah.
And fate has brought him into her apartment because he's drunk a vodka and thinks he's in his apartment.
Yes.
So that's synchromysticism, when all of a sudden she's like, oh my God.
Yeah. I think him giving the tux back, taking off the tux and giving it back, and then only having his underwear to wear for a little while, that was pretty iconic.
Yeah.
And then the outfit he gets thrown on the bus is like this red tracksuit. That's great.
It was a pretty swank tracksuit.
It was a swank tracksuit. Yeah.
It reminds me of the one Jason Sudeikis dances in that funny SNL skit. And Jason Sudeikis was in with Emma Roberts. So
there you
playing
go.
the surrogate father figure.
Boom.
Iconic beats, though. I guess I kind of like the part too with the sister when she's all freaking out the whole time about Britt Robertson. Oh yeah, Robertson and Roberts.
Ah, yeah.
They're synchronous, and they
There
always
it
have the
is.
exact same name,
There
the
you go.
sisters.
Yeah.
And that line where the mom says about the sisters, your sisters, you need to get along. that whole thing, and so then they finally do. And I did like the moment when the sister's kind of like, you know
That
what,
was
you're
lovely.
great, and keep being you. And
Yeah, totally.
that whole moment was very
Yeah,
touching.
that was touching. Yeah.
So is it a good kiss? We covered. How hot is the sex? Did they have sex? I was trying to remember.
No.
They didn't, did they?
Trying to remember. No, it gets broken up by Clementine, his
So that was it. They're on the
soon-to-be
bed.
ex. They're on the
They're
bed.
about to.
They're making out. It is heading in that direction.
Yeah.
And then Clementine comes in and busts it on up.
And Clementine was played by Madeline Petch, I think is how you say her name.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Of Riverdale fame.
Yes.
She was Cherry Blossom on that, and
Okay.
she's pretty good.
Yeah.
I
No,
quite
she
like
did a
her.
great job in her role, for sure.
And they did that in the Russian movie as well. Well, I guess this one did it off the Russian movie. It's a blonde and a brunette.
Okay.
Not a brunette, a blonde and a redhead.
A redhead, yeah.
And it's the same thing, where the redhead is the girlfriend
Okay.
that he's maybe going to be with.
Oh, that's good. They stuck true to some things.
Yeah, I quite like
Yeah,
that.
that was great.
And they were good together, and that scene was actually really cool in terms of an iconic beat. The fact that they didn't freak out, they didn't fight,
No.
they didn't kick each other out, they
No.
didn't do all that.
It's very true.
And they actually kind of worked together. And
Even though Clementine there was being very dodgy and not the nicest about it all,
yeah,
you know, which
Well, I
which
mean,
she let us show.
she
but-
happy penis blocked them.
She did happy penis block him.
And
It's very true.
That's not cool.
No, that wasn't cool.
So,
But
and then,
I think in the future,
Yeah.
yes, I think they're gonna have hot sex. I think they both have a good sense of humor about life and they like having fun, and so I think their sex is gonna be great.
and even though he was a bit of a geeky guy, apparently he played hockey his whole life. That was one of the things in his bio. I don't know why.
Oh.
So he seemed pretty ripped ultimately. Like,
Yeah, I
you know,
would agree.
when he took off his tux and
Yeah,
everything.
for
And-
sure.
And then, yeah, she's just cute. She's adorable. She
Yeah.
seems fun.
Totally.
Her character in Little Italy seemed like she would have a good time with Hayden Christensen.
Right?
So.
I think they're gonna have a good time together.
And again, like you said, because it seemed like they'd be able to have humor, be honest with each other.
Yeah.
I think they communicate well.
Yeah.
Which are
and
all
they don't
the-
take themselves too seriously. Because
Yeah.
if you're taking yourself too seriously, I just don't know how good you are in this act.
Well, because sex is inherently funny.
It is inherently
And
funny
I think that was the
weird
thing
and
about anyone but
squishy
you
and-
is like they were either being gross or it was
Yeah.
too serious and it wasn't
yeah.
funny.
Yeah. Agreed.
We did like Dermot Mulroney though in Anyone But You. He was pretty funny.
Yeah, he was pretty funny.
So
Yeah.
we'll give that movie that.
Yeah. And at least the dads were smoking some ganja, which was delightful as well.
Again, we are completely sober at the moment.
Currently, we will let you know when
And in
we
Mexico,
aren't back in
We
Canada.
are completely sober.
That's right.
Should these people be together,
Yes.
right?
Yes, it's fated. They are fated to be together. They're meant to be together.
That's about fate.
Yeah, it's about fate.
It's cosmic
about-
irony.
Yeah, totally.
And the world was basically lining it up in synchronistic events
Oh, it was.
to bring them together.
Like us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you have coincidences like that, you're like, wait, both of our moms' names are Catherine and both of their name is
Well,
Dad.
and then she had
And if you line up our family tree, by the way, it's exactly the same.
Yeah.
Including our European heritage fathers who had to hide
Yes.
their true European identity.
Yeah.
We're exactly the same, and we're in the exact same spot on the family tree.
Yeah.
It's quite surreal.
Yeah, a lot lines up. And
And
so, like, for them, she had the Griffith tattoo. His name was Griffith. There's a lot of things that were just lining up. And
Griffin.
Griffin. And the beginning of the movie is very cool because it makes you think something is happening that isn't actually happening. Right?
What do you mean with like a
Well,
fake
like,
rock?
no, like you think that they're talking about each other.
Oh,
at
the setup,
beginning.
yeah.
The setup, the
In
whole
the booth.
setup. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're both living the same life basically.
Right? And so there's so much fate about that. About
And we think they're talking to each other
they both live on 15 Maple Lane.
through the editing.
One's just on the north, one's on the whatever. They both have breakfast at Tiffany posters. They both have cats. They both keep their keys under the flower pot. Like there was just a lot of things.
Yeah, so how could they not be together?
Exactly.
At that point.
Right.
The whole Breakfast at Tiffany's thing, by the way, I watched that preview. I've never actually watched it. Maybe we like modern rom-coms. Maybe we should emphasize.
Yeah.
Liesl doesn't like a lot of old movies. Is that safe to say?
I guess so. I don't know, man. Aw.
But it looked weird. I watched it and I was like, it was strange. I don't know. Maybe it's a great movie. Maybe it's awesome. We saw an Audrey Hepburn mural in Playa del Carmen, so people love Audrey Hepburn. But
Yes, they do.
because their favorite movie is Breakfast and Tiffany's, so
Yes.
they have that in common.
Yep.
But I think it's a bit cliched too, because everybody loves Breakfast and Tiffany's. And,
I guess.
And then it's funny, George Papard for me is just what's his head from the A-Team. So it's just weird for me seeing him there because
So
I'm.
funny.
Ba, ba, ba.
Ba-da-da-da. Yep.
How rich are these characters?
Well, they're not anyone but you, Rich. That's for sure.
We'll
But
probably pick it up a bit here in this section.
okay. Well, they got
make that
they
point.
got some money.
Yeah, they have some money.
Like
yeah,
they have jobs.
She's a realtor. He's a lawyer.
Yeah,
they're professionals.
They each have their own place that's not a
They're
tiny
living
little
alone.
place.
Yeah.
Like it's got 2 floors, even though sure it's in a suburb area.
That was part of the thing with the Russian one is they talked about their small apartment that they're in. It was pretty big. It was like double the size of the thing we're staying in here in Chetumal.
Oh, yeah.
So I had a good laugh about
No,
that.
2
It was like, oh
floors.
yeah, you want to see a tiny place? Come
Yeah.
on.
No. Yeah. Yeah. So they.
We
they're
like our
not
place, by the way.
Super rich.
Danielle
but
and Mario.
They got some money. They got some cash.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
yet not too rich, and that's what I liked
Yeah.
about it. That like the wedding wasn't too crazy. It was at a ballroom. It
Totally.
wasn't like
Yes.
at the Sydney Opera House, and then they have to go to this fancy place, and then they have to
Right.
drive here, and then they have to do this, and then
Go
they have to get
and
on
be
the
on
yacht,
their
and then
yacht.
they have to do that.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
And that was the problem for us with Anyone But You is that like they were too rich.
Yeah, they were
Those
too
characters,
rich.
and it was just like they didn't even see, like Liesl said earlier, they didn't even seem to like really appreciate where they were and what they were getting to do.
Yeah.
And if you get to stay at a house like that in Australia, that's
Oh
where
my
you do the
gosh.
wedding. You don't drive all
Yeah.
these other places
Why are
and
they
go
not
into the
doing
city.
a wedding
And
there? Oh my
it's
gosh.
ridiculous.
Yeah, seriously.
So I appreciated the middle upper classness, I guess.
Yes.
And the restaurant Bennigan's
Bennigan, I think Bennigan's, yeah.
is like just like the neighborhood Irish bar probably.
Yeah.
And it is nothing too fancy.
Yeah.
And then that's where the families go at the end, spoiler alert, and then that's where he sees the pink coat on the bench again. And
Yes.
it's not at the fancy restaurant. It's
No.
not at the fine dining.
No.
It's just at the neighborhood bar where the
Yeah.
families want to go to.
Exactly.
So I appreciated that.
Me
that
too.
They were well off, but
Yeah.
they were doing, and he was a public defender. It wasn't like he was like a defense lawyer who was like
No.
getting all the bad guys off and making big bucks.
Yeah, exactly.
And he didn't, I don't even know if he had a tuxedo, so.
I don't know if he did, yeah.
And their places were pretty generic. Like,
Yeah.
there was probably more expensive real estate in that area.
Oh, absolutely, for sure.
Will they last?
I think they will last. I think fate has brought them together, so I
Yeah.
think, yeah.
They'll be like that old couple. They'll be in a carriage
Exactly.
and they'll be telling their story.
Exactly.
And a butterfly just went right between us,
It
Liesl, when
really
we said
did.
that. So
I know it did.
there you go, everybody.
Aw.
Mariposa.
Yeah.
Far-fetched to real life. Very well. Okay, so this is interesting
Okay,
because very
yeah.
real life in the terms of the setting.
For sure.
And some people would say absolutely not.
And some people
Way
would
too many
say,
coincidences.
right? But no, that's about fate, and that can happen.
And it-
There can be. We are proof.
We are proof.
We are proof
The
that
fact that
there
we
can
were
be fated
talking
things.
here in Chetumal,
Yes.
talking about fate,
Exactly.
is evidence.
That kind of fate and things can happen.
It can happen.
So I think it was pretty real life.
And we didn't even get into all our coincidences. We
Yeah.
have more evidence
Yeah.
that we can drop at other times.
Yeah. So I think whatever. To me, real life, not far fetched.
And especially, again, if they felt like believable characters.
Yes.
Like she was on billboards, but she wasn't like the fanciest selling sunset lawyer.
No.
And again, he was just a public defender.
Yeah.
They
Exactly.
seemed to have normal friends that they hung out with.
Yeah.
She had her friend, he had his friends.
Yep.
As they do.
Agreed.
Liesl's checking the time. How we doing?
Good. 47.
All right, well, there we go.
We good?
Does the supporting cast work?
Yes.
I
However,
know.
it was difficult for me with what's her head, who is very of the Red Hat clan that we will not mention, and that was kind of
Oh.
difficult because I was just like, you know what, like,
Her mom.
yeah, your husband's doing shitty shit, and he's a piece of and a lot of swear words could come out my mouth, and so like a lot of people would say, well, that shouldn't affect her or her performance or her whatever.
Which was good as the mom.
Totally, she was, and she had some really great lines, like her line about, I like the first, what was his name?
Yeah, the first kit better.
The first kit better.
Yeah, that's the boyfriend that he's pretending
Yeah,
to be.
and she did her job, but could they have found someone? And does she deserve? I don't know, man. I know it's a whole thing and the whole political thing, but you know what? Like, F you hard, lady. So that was a little bit.
And on that note, like Wendy Malick was his mom, and
oh my God, she's been in everything.
everything. If you look at her IMDb,
Yeah,
think
I was like,
everything.
why do I recognize this woman?
Yeah, it turns out she's been in everything.
In everything.
Of like forever, like going back to Seinfeld and LA Law, like
Yeah.
everything about everything.
Yeah.
And the two dads were nondescript. We
Yeah.
barely even saw them. We couldn't even remember who they were.
I know.
The two friends, like her friend was pretty cool.
Her
She
friend
was pretty
cool.
funny.
Yeah, totally.
And she had some good moments, and she ends up
did.
lending her the shoes and things.
Yeah.
So good friend. Oh, her name was Dana. Shout out to Dana.
Oh,
Dana and
that's
Margot,
right.
by the way.
Dana and Margot. Oh my
Oh,
God.
Dana and
Synchro.
Margot.
That is synchro.
That's synchromysticism right there.
That is.
Because our friends that I was talking about, that we went to the Little Italy place.
Yeah, is Dana,
Her name's
and
Dana.
her dog is Margot, which
Margot.
is the dog we were talking about that we liked.
and Margot.
Boom.
We actually
Boom
liked those.
shalacky.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
And having said that, though,
Yeah.
The supporting cast, we've talked about all these other ones, and we usually love the supporting cast.
Yeah, they were
this
just.
might have been one of the.
Yeah, they were just okay, but
his
we
friend
didn't.
was okay.
We didn't see them a lot.
Right, so they didn't have that much to do.
Yeah, so then that was okay.
The old couple in the carriage, they were fantastic.
They were a delight.
Love them.
Yeah, love them.
And yet everybody else, like Britt Robertson, she was cool and everything.
Yeah,
but
she was cool. I guess
right?
they were good. But they did their jobs.
They
And
did their
didn't
jobs.
detract from it, and so that can be important because sometimes
yeah.
they can detract from it, like in Anyone But You, where
Yeah, pretty well everybody was pretty bad, other than Dermot. Even Brian Brown of Australian fame
yeah,
and cocktail fame, he was iffy.
yeah, I know.
So it was
yeah.
probably one of the weaker sporting casts for me in terms of the rom-commies we've given out, and yet they did well, and
Yes.
they did what they had to do.
Agreed.
Who stole the show?
Who stole it?
Oh,
Oh man.
this is fun because we haven't done the categories in a while because some
Yeah.
rom-coms we didn't. So I hadn't even thought about this. Who stole the show?
Was this show stole?
Did anybody steal it?
Was it robbed by? I don't know if it was.
You know what? I'm gonna go Thomas Mann. I
Okay,
think,
well, I'll go Emma Roberts.
Oh, there you
'cause
go,
She
nice.
was cute and delightful.
Whoa.
Do we want to go out here?
I don't know. I don't think so.
No. Okay, I'm just gonna show it.
I mean, you can if you want.
Looks like it's a little dock, and maybe they're bringing. It looks like they're delivering
That's
packages
not the point,
onto
though, is
a
it?
boat. Yeah, I think this is.
I think
the
that's
point.
that dock I showed you, though. That's not the point.
Oh, okay.
I could be mistaken, but
All right.
we could go out there just to make sure.
No.
Let's do it. You
but
seem
there's
very
so much-
trepidatious.
No, there's just like a lot of action.
There's just people
and
delivering
music
things.
and like, I don't know.
Okay.
Okay.
Because
We're
sometimes
gonna
it's
keep
best.
going.
It's things are too much stimuli for Lieselyn.
That's just.
I know that as a rom-com partner,
Yeah.
that was too much for her.
Plus it's loud, so. Okay.
There's a lot of noise.
A lot of noise.
There's like a music. There's like one song playing out there.
there's like a music. There's a music playing.
It's mayhem.
It's just mayhem.
For those who have followed us, that's a common
Totally.
joke we have, that
Just mayhem.
just too much mayhem.
Just chaos. Yes.
So the leads, I mean, and yet some people would say they can't steal their own thing, but you know, I don't know. I don't know if anybody else did.
I don't know
so.
if anybody else did either.
Maybe
so.
the old couple in the carriage.
They maybe, yeah, but
Okay.
it wasn't like seen. It wasn't like stealing
only
the
got one
whole
scene.
thing. Yeah, exactly.
Hair and makeup department, costumes, sets.
Yeah, I thought it was great. I thought that Emma Roberts' hair, like Sydney Sweeney, just wishes her hair looked
Oh.
that good in her rom-com
Nice.
because it looked greasy and terrible for most of it. I was just like, what is going on? Why is her hair so greasy all the time? Whereas Emma Roberts had that beautiful braid through a lot of it. And then, you know, being an ex-hairdresser myself, I did notice that it was braided up in this certain way. And then when she went to the wedding, she let more of it down so that it had like, you know, not actually, but pretending to have that bit of natural curl as if being braided and then let down later. So I thought it was great.
Let's pick up the pace again so we can get
All
to
right.
that
All right, see if we can get somewhere else.
area.
Okay.
And his hair was like suitably shaggy and moppy.
Yep.
And I like that, like literally like Shaggy from Scooby-Doo a bit.
Yeah.
But it just gave him a bit of that, like he's not the slick lawyer.
Totally.
You know, he doesn't care that much about his hair.
Yeah,
He
and
just
then
kind of gets up.
when
and-
we met Kip, he was wearing a turtleneck, which, oh God, so yeah, we were like, okay, that's awesome. So just comedy, like the tracksuit was comedy.
The pink coat was
the pink
essential.
coat
Beautiful
was
pink
essential,
coat.
iconic.
You would have looked good in that pink coat.
Thank you, beautiful pink coat. I liked also how her bridesmaid's dress that she wore was really pretty. It was nice, but it did not fit her that well. It was not a flattering dress.
As often happens.
Yeah, so like that was actually really fun. That it wasn't like some amazing thing that way. It was like, ooh, that's.
And I think they did a good job of decorating their apartments too, because they had a
Yes.
bit of individuality, but they were still pretty generic.
Yeah.
You could see that existing in matching suburban
Yeah,
places
and nothing
in
was
the same
over the
complex.
top. Nothing was taking away from anything. Nothing pulled you out of what was going on, which is important.
And then the bar where they had the family thing, the Bentigans or whatever it was, that was, you know, that was great. Like that's exactly
I
what
would
those
like to
places
go
look
there
like.
and have a chicken burger and some fries. Yeah,
Like we did for Burger Time.
delicious, yeah.
For Christmas. what
New
was
Year's. That was
New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve.
That
Burger
was our
Time.
New Year's Eve.
That's right.
Burger Time.
Burger Time.
Chicken burgers.
Yep, they were
Shout
great.
out to Burger Time in
Shout
Chetumal.
out, right?
It came through.
Yeah.
Oh, and great agua fresca too.
Oh, the agua fresca. So
I had a
good.
guayaba, sheet of pina.
Oh man,
That was a great day.
that was a great day.
We had so much fun.
We
And then we
did.
watched the Stranger Things finale.
Yeah, we zeitgeisted and watched.
And we didn't even
Stranger
plan to do
Things.
that, but that's how things work out
Yeah.
for us often, where it ended up vibing on the, we needed that episode to come out right on that night, and it did.
It did. So there you go.
So we got to go right through. We could do a whole thing about that movie. Well, it's basically a movie.
Yeah.
But it was great.
Yeah.
And Bill Simmons, it was great.
It was great.
It's great.
Great.
It's great.
Great.
Is the music vibing?
Okay. So weird. I have no idea.
Yeah, it was innocuous.
It was
like it
so
just
innocuous.
was there even music?
Like there must have been, because like they danced at
There
the
were some
wedding.
classic like
and,
Bublé Christmas songs.
Yeah, and there would have been music in the background, maybe at the bar and stuff, and maybe at the Christmas party and things. But I have no idea.
So maybe it was vibing because it was just like a low key vibe, and it didn't.
Yeah.
Because often scores can offend.
It can,
Like
at
the
least,
holiday.
like exactly. I was just gonna say, like the holiday. It wasn't like
Or even on the preview, you're like, I can't watch this.
you're like, I'm not watching this because if that's the score to this whole situation, I am not participating in that.
Ooh, listen how quiet it is all of a sudden. For a second there. There's a car coming now, but
Yeah, oh, that
it
was
can get
quiet.
really quiet
Yeah,
sometimes.
wow.
You can hear the birds and everything.
Yeah.
Could it use a rewrite?
No,
Yeah, what would you change?
I don't know. Nothing.
And maybe the original Soviet people would be like, there's no way, this, that, and the other thing.
Like maybe, but we didn't watch that original one. We aren't the Soviet people, so.
And again, we're not coming to this movie for, fantastic writing. It was relatively generic as a rom-com. But I think what I really liked, again, what we talked about was the sentimentality
Yes.
and the heartfeltness.
Yes.
And they weren't afraid of that.
No.
And they steered into it without being
And
mawkish.
I like that you said that because that's what you need in a good rom-com is not to be afraid of that.
Yeah.
Not to be afraid of the love and the sentimentality and fate and all those kind of things. That's
Yeah.
important. It's the whole point. It's what we're looking for.
There was nothing crude and lewd and
Yeah.
rude that was unnecessary. We didn't need
Which
that.
I don't mind a bit of crude and rude. It can be some crude and rude, but like, whew.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, it has to be funny.
Yeah.
If they're going to go there.
Yeah.
And yeah, they weren't trying to be like overly funny.
Yes.
They hit their tone really well that way.
I think so. I agree.
And
Yeah.
they had a lot of pressure if you're trying to remake a famous movie like that to actually
Yeah.
kind of pull it off. It was the right length.
Great length. Yeah, went fast, moved along well. Yeah, wasn't bored. Had a great time.
That was it, right? We were into the movie the whole time. We were entertained.
Yep.
And it gave us the feeling
Yes.
which we wanted.
Yeah,
And
because it ended and we were like, let's make out.
And
you
it
know?
never got tragic. It never family stoned it and
That's
killed off a
very
lead or
true.
killed off a mom.
Very true.
And you always knew that nothing like that was going to happen.
right.
I felt like I trusted, like it was like, things are going to work out here. This is going to be fine.
Yes.
Nothing tragic is going to happen.
No.
Which
Yeah.
sometimes is comforting. And,
It is comforting.
and you could say that this movie was very comforting, and some people
Yes.
don't want that. They want all these
That's
other
fine.
dramatic, spicy elements.
They
and-
can go watch Anyone But You and have all sorts of spicy elements.
Yeah.
All sort of happy penis jump scares.
Recasting agency, would we recast anybody?
I would just her mom. I think we could
I
have
was
found.
going to say his mom, so.
There you go. So the moms, we could maybe recast
The dads
moms.
too well ratted on it. We couldn't even remember who the heck they were.
No, that's
so
very true. The
there was
dads.
no Dilma,
so the moms
Derma
and
Rooney.
dads could probably have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe his friend too. He was a bit nothing. Like you can't even remember who he is
No.
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he seemed like a weirdo, and
Yeah, that's fair.
so there you go. That's probably the most recasting we've done.
That is the most recasting. I think
Problems
we've
and issues.
done.
Maybe like,
The fake snow.
and it might have been the TV again with the new settings on the
Yeah.
TV, but it could have looked like a little more cinematic
It's like
to me.
yeah,
Just
that's true.
A little more a
That-
movie,
Yeah, that's very true. It could have.
and
Like the cinematography that way.
Ooh, just saw cocodrilo signs. So
Oh,
just be careful
really?
there.
Oh, is that why they've got the skull on that picture?
Well, that's the other
right
one. Yeah,
there?
well, I think that says something about a manatee, maybe.
Oh
well,
my
I was just in the
gosh.
frame there.
Were you?
Maybe.
No, I don't know.
You might have seen me, everybody.
Holy gosh.
That was a problem and issue with
That
our
is a problem
production.
issue. Yeah, I
Should it have
agree.
won awards? No.
No, it doesn't need to win awards.
That's the whole thing.
Yeah,
And that's why
no.
this one's interesting, is we're going to do this on the Romcommys every now and again, is it doesn't have to be our favorite.
No.
It doesn't have to be the best rom-com ever.
No.
It can just be a rom-com that does what it set out to do
Yes.
and what we wanted it to do.
Yes. Agreed.
So we're going to try to make it to that structure up there. If you're hanging in there, we appreciate it. We're probably getting near the hour.
Yeah, we are, and we don't know what that structure is, so now we're curious.
So hang in there just for suspense.
just
And we
wanna
got just a
see
few more
what it
categories. Everybody's having a great time.
Everybody is having a great time.
Most cinematic moment.
I guess the carriage, in terms of cinematic.
See, I think for me, it was the booth scene at the beginning when they edited it so that there were frames, so we're looking at both of them from the point of view, and they fooled us
Oh, they did.
into thinking that they were having a conversation.
Yeah, that's true.
And yet
that
it was
good.
actually two separate conversations
That is the truth.
with 4 people as opposed to just 2.
Yeah, okay, fair.
So
Yep.
2 and 2.
Yep.
When did it make you weep?
You know, and I know this is gonna just shock everybody because I just weep all the time at
She pumps
everything.
water and she's Irish?
I didn't really weep.
No, I didn't
But
either.
you know what? It was so refreshing.
It was fine.
To not weep, because sometimes weeping can be exhausting.
Look at this nice stage, by the way. They have so many
Oh my
stages in
gosh,
Chetumal.
Look at this nice
Like even this
stage.
little area where it's an innocuous little square.
Look at that stage.
And the place where we spent a lot of time in our life
my
together, they always
gosh.
have a hard time coming up with stages. And you see 20 of these, 30 of these in
Everywhere.
general.
Seriously.
That's all you need is a concrete slab.
Like, that's
In
exactly.
a few places, people can have picnics.
So is this the Point Park you were talking about? Oh, look at
Yeah.
and we're not going over that scary bridge.
We're not going where?
Well, there's like some sort of a bridge thing here.
Oh, you don't want to go on the scary bridge?
No.
It's way too scary.
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, that looks good for kids.
Do we want to? Is there a gate? Can we even go up there? Oh my
I don't think we should scare you.
I don't know, but that structure we can see is just that thing over there.
Well, let's go to it at least.
Okay, let's
And
go
then
to
we
it.
should try to finish by the water if we can,
Okay.
because we started by the water.
Okay. Can you guys hear? Sorry, I'll
But
show.
that looks fun for kids.
That does look fun
Lays
for
Less
kids.
Heights thing, in addition to like too much stimuli. So.
Yeah, I just don't think that's good for what we're doing right now.
Well,
but
we might
maybe
trip
we'll
on
try
the
it on
camera.
the way.
Yeah, might be like, whoa.
Yeah, and be
But
all
that is
shaky.
really fun.
Be like, whoa.
So
Yeah,
that, I mean, that's the thing.
place.
Movie doesn't have to make you weep. Doesn't have to win awards.
No, it
Doesn't have to
doesn't.
make you weep.
No, but it would be rewatchable. I would rewatch that movie.
Yeah, maybe as a New Year's.
Yeah.
Watch it again.
Totally.
We didn't even, and I like too that they didn't even emphasize the New Year's countdown.
That's very true.
It wasn't that big of a deal.
No, it wasn't that big
New
of a
Year's
deal.
itself.
Yeah.
Even though like there's a New Year's Eve engagement tradition and she got
Yes.
married on New Year's Eve,
That's
the sister,
right.
and
Yes.
wasn't that big of a deal. And
Yeah.
it happened off screen.
Yeah.
The sister went running off and she was like, Emma Roberts just stayed there. She was like, whatever. Like,
Yeah, no,
and
very
you and
true.
I, New Year's has been a big thing in our lives at times.
Yeah.
And yet we laugh because this year we were watching Stranger Things and then we went outside and there was fireworks going on. But
Yeah.
on our block, there was nobody there. You couldn't see anybody. You could
No.
just see distant fireworks. And
No,
it sounded like,
it just kind of sounded like a war zone. Actually.
yeah, like the Mexican Revolution was going on.
Yeah,
but
it did.
it
A lot
wasn't
of
that
things
it
going
wasn't
on.
that big of a deal. And then we laughed because last New Year's Eve, we were flying to Zihuatanejo from Cancun, and we had to be at the airport super early, so we were in bed by 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
And we slept through your New Year's,
Yeah, which we
we've
never go
done.
to bed at 10 o'clock. And no, not since I was probably like 12 or something have I not stayed up till New Year's. But last year it happened. And you know what? It kind of broke it for me because I always feel this pressure about
Yeah.
New Year's Eve and that I have to make it up and have to be there for it. And I could never figure out why people were going to bed before New Year's would happen. It was like, what? That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But after doing it one year, I was like, you know what? That was fine.
Yeah.
The world did not end and I could do that again. It was
Yeah.
all right. Yeah.
And so I think we stopped Stranger Things for the New Year's.
We did. And we were right close to the end, but
And then they had
did
done the
pause
time
it.
jump and everything.
Yes.
But again, we thought they stuck the landing, so
Yeah.
that was pretty awesome.
yes.
Words of wisdom.
Words of wisdom. Okay, there was a line and we tried to look it up and I can't remember exactly how it went, but it was sort of like you got to go for it to go for it. Like that's not what it was entirely, but it was just like if you don't go for it, then nothing's going to happen because you're never going to have gone for it.
And I liked when the friends, people, they like the old woman in the carriage. She was like, "He's a keeper" or something, or you should go for him, kind of thing.
That's right. She said he's a keeper.
And then somebody else said that later about him too, I think.
Yeah.
And so I just liked sometimes it's good for people if you sense it about somebody and you're like, this is a good vibe and these people are going to work, then
Yeah.
you should tell them.
Yeah.
That's words of wisdom that you have in your brain.
You do.
Pass it along.
You're feeling this way.
People might
so
wanna hear it.
That's very true.
Oh, I thought those were dolphins or manatees.
They're manatees.
For the
It's
manatee
like-
sanctuary.
yeah.
That's really neat.
wild.
And
It
again,
is.
it being so shallow, you can see why the manatees probably just love it out there.
Okay, I think we're gonna just maybe right up here if we can see the water.
Hopefully, yeah.
Okay.
Things to be learned.
Things to be learned. Fate is a real thing.
Yeah, trust it.
Trust it. Yeah, if you're getting those feelings of like, wow, this is really feeling like this is happening, because that was a really big thing for you and I. We were really young. Like I was like 22 or something when I met you, and I had this feeling when we were together that you were going to be my husband, and I could have freaked out and been like, I'm too young and this is ridiculous and all that kind of stuff, but instead I trusted that feeling that was happening, and I'm so glad I did, because I love you and I love being with you and we're my best friend and we're having so much fun and all the things.
And I always know a rom-com's going well when we're watching it when Lisa starts saying about how excited she is to be with me. She's excited to have a boyfriend.
Yeah.
And so
Yes.
that's the thing, is that this movie gave us that, and that's the thing to be learned about it, is that exactly, like, you do know when people often ask, like, well, how do you know when it's love? And yeah, we can go right down there.
Oh, that's really tricky terrain.
What?
That is tricky
Here, I'll hold it.
terrain. No.
Oh, you can do that. That's our chance. That's the spot.
What about here?
This is not as. This is trickier.
Right up here.
So tricky.
It's not as tricky. But yes.
And you actually do know it, and you actually can feel it.
You
And
can.
if anything, you can feel that it isn't it.
Yes.
Here, I'm gonna go first here for you.
Okay, that's a great idea.
Like it was for us with Anyone But You, where we were like, well, this isn't it. These people aren't doing it. Wait.
I'm gonna do it too. I'm crouching. I'm doing a crouch get down. Tricky terrain. Right at the end.
What? She just did it. So there
Normal
you go.
noise. Those are
That's how you
normal
do it together
noises that people make when they have to go down places. Normally noises.
This is like a little patch of grass here.
Yeah, it's just like a little moment for us to be able to be by the water.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at the spot. Nobody would come to this spot.
Yeah.
but
Well,
look at it.
no, somebody did. There's chips and beer and drinks, so somebody does come to.
I mean, it's a nice spot.
It's a great
How
spot.
often do you see grass like this by the
Not
side?
very often. Yeah.
Lastly, would it work as a first date movie? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Especially around New Year, especially around the holidays.
Yeah, and I think it's gonna give you that flavor when you're with that first date of like, do I want to be with this person and spend more time, or should I just maybe, call it a night, say you had a good time, and move on?
Yeah, so is it a Kip or a whatever Madeline Petch's name was?
That's right, Clementine.
Clementine? Is it a Kip or a Clementine?
Yeah,
Or is it a Margot and Griffin?
that's right.
And
Let you know that.
yeah,
Yeah.
I think it would work.
I think so
and
too.
Everybody would have a good time.
I agree.
And it's unlike Anyone But You. Oh, there's the sun coming out, Lisa.
Oh, thank you.
Look at all those colors.
Here comes the sun.
If you're hanging out with them, for instance, and you get that feeling where you're like, I don't even want to watch this movie, I don't want to be with these people,
Yes.
then that's where you know right away. You're like,
Yeah.
well, this is going to work.
Yeah.
And lastly, if you really like the movie
Yes.
and the person is really arty,
Yeah.
you can watch then the remake, the Russian remake, 3 hours plus maybe even.
Oh yeah.
You watch subtitles.
Like if you were Kristen Stewart, you would totally watch that movie.
Yeah. She's got a big new movie coming out, Consciousness of Water.
Yeah.
Because the water has consciousness.
Yeah.
And again, that's a good barometer, is a lot of people think it doesn't.
Right.
And they're like, it's just water, whatever.
Yes.
And we are all water ourselves.
Yes.
So if we're aware of the consciousness of the water, we're aware of the consciousness of ourselves, we're aware of the cosmic irony of life,
Love that.
and we're able to tap into it.
I
and
love
breathe it
that.
and be it.
Yeah. How lovely.
True love.
True love. That's it. Those are our categories.
Done.
Done. Thank you so much for joining us on this edition of Romcommys here in Chetumal, Mexico. We've had a really good time. We hope you have too. Please check out our other walkumentaries. They come out on Tuesdays and Saturdays, and then we usually have some talking, which isn't always Romcommys, but is us talking on Thursdays. And we'd love it if you would subscribe and hit that thumbs up button and do
And
all
then
that
hype it up
stuff.
too. All the people,
yeah,
there's some new
whatever
hype
that
thing.
hype thing is.
Or middle agers, us, we don't even know what that is
No,
basically, but hype
and
it up.
Yeah, that would be great. Any
us
of those
points.
things. And we appreciate you being here. We appreciate your time. We know that there's a lot of stuff that is pulling your interest on the internet. And so the fact that you made it through all this way and that you chose to be here with us really means a lot. And we are very grateful for that. So thank you very much. And we hope you have a great rest of your day.
Viva amor, viva Mexico.